Mum's paying 60 and that seems to be paying. John says, right, well I'm going to pay 40. Why can you only pay 60? She's just got the break, she's got the box.
So here we are back at War Memorial Park, Mount Roskill, for some bonus baseball. 19s, Central City versus HP. We're just getting a shot here of Coach Tyrone Hay. One of the last times he'll be out there as a head coach. Of course, heading off to Australia soon. Tyrone very keen to make sure we got some good shots of him and his farewell coaching performance. Looking pretty intense here in the coaches' meeting. Shake hands, and this is it for TP.
Thank you.
Are we looking to send himself off with a win?
Great sunshine, you know. Wait.
So I have been given the starting lineups for both teams. For the away team, out Pakuranga, we have leading off Regan Soper playing shortstop, and then it'll be Caleb Dufty playing third base. Shane, this will be one of about 3 games that he catches this weekend. Messiah in right field. Jacob will be our starting pitcher. Juntaro at second base. Simon in left field. TK at first. And Jackson in centre field. On the bench we have Ryan and Ben. And then for the home team, Central City. Taking the field first, of course, we have starting pitcher Yuto. We have Brandon catching, Liam Hay, son of head coach Tyrone Hay, over at first base. We have Felix playing shortstop. We have Vic Lynn at second. We have Micah at third. Jackson in left field. Wade in centre field. And Ziggy in right field. On the bench we have Dinesh, Peter and Alex, all who you saw earlier in that 16s game. I was thinking we were going to get a guest commentator joining us here, Aaron Soper, but no, he's back here to video this lead-off at-bat for his son Regan. Not trusting the coverage here on CCSN, Aaron Soper. Not happy with the angles we've got, thinks he can do just a little bit better. Great first pitch there from Yuto, starts us off with a strike. Regan rips that one to right field, and Ziggy not able to make the play over there. Possibly could have been a little quicker on switching camera angles, but Regan goes right field again, and that'll be a lead-off single.
Cheers, though. Appreciate it.
So Caleb Dufty, recently named in the New Zealand 18s team. That'll be heading off to Australia soon. Caleb Dufty before the game very quick to remind me that he's one player capable of hitting it out in any field, and there we go. Lofts that one high to right field. Ziggy in underneath it. Never a doubt, and that's the first out of the game. Now Shane Scanlon up to bat. Uto, having seen Regan look to take off on that previous pitch, just looking to keep him close. If he can be quick to the plate, then we've got Brandon catching there. He's got a cannon of an arm. He's capable of throwing anybody out at second. That one is ripped to left centre. Wade Sendon makes the play, but Regan comes in to score first run of the game. And what we're seeing here is the fielder out there, Wade Sendon, just saying that the ball rolled over the line. I think what you'll find here, as Tidy finally joins us.
Special guest.
Well, he's a guest.
Oh no, I'm special as well.
You can use very many definitions of the word.
Yeah.
I think that what the umpires are saying here is that the fielder out there, if he wants a ground rule double, he has to just throw his hands up in the air, and the umpires will make the judgment. Because he fielded it and threw it in before any umpire judgment, they're going to let the play stand. Tidy, good to have you join us.
Thanks for having me. Well, I didn't really give you a choice, did I?
No, apparently you were desperate to get in here and talk over the game that was played on Monday. Obviously, my Chargers.
That's not the only reason why I'm here, guys.
My Chargers versus your Browns, and let's be honest, that game went as most of us expected. Big Chargers victory. Ground ball there to third. Micah looks a runner back, plays it across to first. Liam Hay makes the play. 2 down. Again, probably a little bit tardy from me there. Could have switched cameras to see that play from Micah, but second game of the day, production crew struggling a little bit.
So the pitcher, is that Utah?
That is Utah, yes.
Is this his first season of Central or?
It is. So, despite living very close to Central, he decided to go and play over at Bayside last season.
He looks good.
I'm reliably informed that he wished he'd been at Central last year. Loves the club. Nothing against Bayside. Enjoyed his time there. One of the problems, of course, Bayside, as you would know, Tadia, have a lot of very good young pitchers.
Yeah.
Utah didn't get many opportunities on the mound.
So is he under 16 as well, or just 19s?
He looks like he could potentially play now under 12s, Tadia, but no, he is too old. He's 19s only, so nice pitch there.
Is he part of the Prem squad as well?
He is indeed, so
Good.
one of the many young kids in this club that's getting to play 3 games in the weekend, 19s, reserves and Prems.
Well, I mean, you know, of all people, Roy, especially when you get to nationals, you need as many pitches as you can get. So it's good to see.
Absolutely. Juntara Miyata up to bat. One of my favourite young players from this HP club. Switch hitter. Can pitch.
Hopefully he's recovered well from his injury last season, eh?
Well, I was talking to him before the game and he just loops that one to shortstop. Felix makes the play, throws it over to Liam Hay, and that's the end of the innings. So yes, Juntaro was telling me that he's actually got another little nagging injury at the moment.
Is it? Please don't tell me it has nothing to do with the arm.
Nothing to do with the arm, Tadia. He told me reliably that he's experiencing a growth spurt and a little bit of lower back.
Oh, okay. Nothing to do with baseball though.
Most tall people do struggle with little back injuries, and Juntaro told me he has now joined the club. I think he might be pushing it a little bit on the tall, but
Getting taller.
getting taller.
Where's your mate, Mike?
Mike Kovac, Magic Mike. So
Alex.
yeah, Alex to you, Mike to everybody else. Mike, as most people will know, also known as Notorious in the barbecue world. He is one of the best there is, and he's at a barbecue event this weekend, so
Right.
he was here for the first hour of the 16s game.
How did our 16s go this morning?
16s had a tough loss, 8-7, really good game. Competitive game the whole way against North Shore. Game finished with Central with a runner on third. Unfortunately, the last batter just couldn't come up with the clutch hit that would have extended the game.
Still early in the season though. Everybody blown off the cobwebs.
Well, it was actually the first game for Central. North Shore obviously had a game last week. Central had a bye, so that 16s team, it was their first game of the season, and you're absolutely right, a little bit rusty.
Yeah. As expected. Especially for the hitters early in the season, getting their eye back in.
Yeah, a few of them just struggled with the timing.
Hey.
So it looks like Yuto is going to be expected to do it all today. So starting pitcher, and it looks like he's going to be the lead-off hitter as well. Batting lineup for Central will go Yuto, then Wade, Liam, Felix, Brandon, Micah, Ziggy, Jackson and Vic. One of our scoreboard attendants just coming over here to get the lineup.
Starting pitcher for Howard, Jacob Vicky.
Sure is.
cracks me up. Good to have in the team, good to have in the dugout. Fortunate enough to have him part of our under-21s team for nationals early in the year.
Yeah, he brings a lot of entertainment, Jacob. I coached Jacob when he first got into baseball. He was playing at West City.
Oh, he's a West City boy.
He is indeed. They live in the wild, wild west.
Why'd they go Howard?
Well, I can't answer that one for you. I believe Jacob actually went to Bayside at one point and then switched to Howick. And there's all sorts of reasons, as you'll well know, Tadia, for changing clubs. It can be the people that you're playing with, it can be the coaching that you think you're going to get. Yes, playing time, opportunities. As we talked about earlier with Yuto, just didn't really get the pitching opportunities at Bayside, so switched to Central and see him here, starting pitcher for the 19s. Jacob just struggling to find the zone. Little surprised actually that a team that's got Caleb Dufty in it, the man who's known for throwing strikes and nothing but strikes, never once been referred to as a wild thing, that Caleb Dufty.
Or hitting people in the head.
No, he
never
is
done that before.
Absolute strike throwing machine, that Caleb Dufty. I'm sure he'll be an option for them later in the game as we see Yuto start off with a walk.
You being a pitcher yourself though, Roy, would you agree that the first inning is usually the hardest for a starting pitcher?
Yeah, it really is. It's it can be the hardest, it can be the easiest. Sometimes you stand up there and you feel like you can just do a Greg Maddux and paint corners all day. Other times you just can't find the zone.
So are you trying to compare yourself to Greg Maddux? Is that what we're doing here?
Well, I didn't want to be the one to draw that comparison, Tadia, but you have seen me dot the corners, so you know what you're talking about. Greg Maddux, not a hard thrower in today's terms, but he is still a good 50 mile an hour faster than I throw a pitch, but it's the results that count. As we see Yuto take off to second here. Jacob just putting that one in the dirt. But yes, when you get up and you can't find a strike early, it can put a lot of pressure on a pitcher.
Just go back to the base running there. Good base running by Yuto. You want to stay alert, especially with balls in the ground, because you want to be smart on the bases, but also you want to get to that next base as quickly as possible. Now that he's in scoring position, you're one swing away from bringing a run in. So great base running from Yuto, but also good stuff by Shane by keeping it in front.
Yeah, I think Shane did everything he could there.
Yeah, especially for a fastball coming in. You're just sometimes praying that it stays in front of you.
And that's the development game that all of these young players have, is Shane keeps that one down, but Yuto makes it to third.
He's getting good jumps as well, Yuto. Back to base running, but also being in the hole, being on deck, being in the dugout. You want to see what the pitcher's moves are, especially from the stretch. So you're better prepared when you get on base, if you get on base, that is. Roy would know that it's not the easiest part getting on base, but when you do, you want to make it count.
Absolutely. You don't want to give away free outs on the bases. We just saw Felix there jumping up in front of the camera. It's obviously G'd up for his at-bat, looking to get himself a little bit of screen time there. So Coach Dan Amosa coming out, just a little bit of a calm down for Jacob, as we talked about, unable to throw a strike early on, walked the first two batters. And now, of course, we get a situation where Liam Hay, who a lot of people will remember, crushed that home run in the first innings last week, gets to come up with 2 runners on.
Don't be surprised if Wade takes off here from first, trying to steal second to potentially get that run home from third. To be honest, Wade could probably take a bigger lead. But in saying that though, he is coming back from injury, right? So
Absolutely, on the IL last week, but being cleared to play. He said happiest day of his life is the day that you come off the IL. And that is a huge jump. Liam taking a big hack at that. I don't blame him, but I must say Wade was halfway to second base.
to add on from last week about the game time and the experience, you know, experienced players, unless that was Liam's pitch that he was looking for, yeah, again, like Roy said, yeah, take a big hack at it. But if you see your teammate take a big lead like that and get a good jump, you leave it and let him get to second, because then you're one swing away from getting 2 runs in instead of just the one.
And that's a big part of the game, isn't it? Is understanding situations and doing what the team needs. With that said, though,
oh, there we go.
This kid has got power.
Ground rule double.
I think you're right. I think we got a ground rule double on that.
Good swing by Liam. He's obviously been putting in a lot of work during the off season.
Wow, Liam, hey, I'll tell you what. First innings is not the time to pitch to this kid.
It's got to be the bad, eh?
Well, in the first innings of 19's games, Liam is batting 1,000 with a ridiculous slugging of 3,000. Felix, big cut.
Good heck. That's the type of swing you're looking for out of your batters, especially early in the count.
So Felix, two-way player, pitcher, obviously good enough to be playing shortstop in this game, and his bat has been on fire start of the season. So from your experience, being a two-way player, meaning that you're doing it on the mound as well as with the bat, does that take a bit of pressure off? Or does it put more pressure on?
Personally for me it was more pressure. Well, I wouldn't say more pressure, I just think you get fatigued quite easily on the mound and quickly. So when you do come up to bat, you're not really thinking about the batting. I'm just speaking from, personally, not that I've pitched a lot, but when I have had a pitch, because your mind frame's, in a different zone when you're on the mound compared to fielding and then going into the box, because when you're out on the field, it's not like you've got the ball coming to you each play. So even though you shouldn't,
and that's ripped into the gap.
and good communication by Shane the catcher.
Liam taking one base, but fielder out there, I think that's Simon or Kid out there, gets to the ball too quick. What I'm seeing with Felix is he just seems to have no fear at the moment, and whether that's because he knows that you can make up for it with your pitching if you have a bad day with the bat, or whether that's just his development as an individual, as a baseballer, but there's no doubt in his swing.
It looked like a balk.
And it sure did look like a balk, but that doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter.
Although
Slide.
what I will point out is if the umpire had called a balk there, the runner on third would have also been able to advance the base.
Good pitch by Jacob. Outside corner.
Go Brandon.
Oh, good stop by Regan, sorry. Unfortunately couldn't get the out though.
Wow, and with that throw going wide, we will also see Felix come sliding home.
Regan shortstop.
Yes, Regan Soper, of course, long-time member of the Central City team, made the switch to Howick. Just that throw wide, just Regan there at shortstop, just patting his chest to say to the first baseman, that's my bad. Micah Hargrave's up at bat now, with Central taking the lead 4-1.
Fortunate to have Micah travel up from Hamilton next week to play for Central.
Indeed, so Micah's a lone player because Hamilton Raiders don't have a 19s team, so the way the competition works, to try to make sure these kids get plenty of baseball, you can have loans between teams. Micah, of course, 2 days ago was his birthday, turned 17. Happy birthday, Micah.
You know what the best birthday present is though, eh?
Home run.
Home run.
There's no doubt about that one.
A birthday dinger.
Well, let's see. Let's see if Micah can dish himself up a birthday present right here. I don't know if the rumours are true, but Micah's dad Dale here, I had heard that Dale had promised $100 if Micah hits a home run.
Really?
Apparently. You see there, Brandon. Just really no fear on the bases. Shane Scanlon behind the dish, no chance of throwing out a base runner. Jacob quite slow to the plate. Micah goes opposite.
You guys might have overheard Shane there, but it's important for pitchers, especially if there's a hit in the infield, to get to the position that you need to be. Lucky TK was able to get there on time, but that could have potentially been costly for Howick if Jacob didn't follow the ball over to first.
Simple little fundamentals. It's
experience, game time.
a little bit surprised with that hit coming across, that Brandon didn't look to score another run. Obviously felt that TK had enough time to make a play home if Brandon had tried to go home. This young man here at the plate, Ziggy, made a beautiful play there in the first innings on a towering fly ball to right field. Only his second year in baseball.
Is that right? Second year?
That's right. So came in last year, key member of the 16s. Played in nationals for Central and loved the game and has carried on through.
Good on him.
Quite an intimidating step up to 19s. You can see from the fact that there is only 4 clubs in Auckland that have a 19s team. Ziggy not afraid. Oh. Well, I won't be the one to question that on the outside corner. I'll let viewers make up their own mind. it seemed tough on Ziggy. Now got Jackson up at the plate. Jackson, bit of a heartbreaking moment in the game last week where his pride and joy wooden bat got sawn off.
Oh, did it? Oh, bugger.
And I noticed that he's not going to take the chance again as he steps up with a tin bat today.
Is this Jackson's first season with Central as well?
It is. He's a transfer from Waitakere Bears. Not sure the story around why he had picked Waitakere Bears. I'm assuming he was involved with them with softball, but Jackson lives very close to the home park here of Central City, War Memorial. So very convenient for him to have made the change.
Good to see new players part of the club.
Nice hit there from Jax. Oh, and
Good heads up play by Juntaro.
Juntaro showing off his speed there.
Judging from that, his hip's fine.
Yes. So we get to the end of the first with Central City up 4-1. Probably a surprise to no one, that bit of a offensive outburst from the Central City team with Ayrton Laird joining the coaching team today. Of course, regular coaches Jeremy and Dan both had things on today. I know they wish they could be here, but they got great confidence in Ayrton and TP to lead the team to their first victory of the season. The interesting bit will be whether or not Ayrton and TP give up the reins if they're undefeated.
I mean, if they are to carry on to win, and I was Ayrton, I would, stop there. You can just say, I was undefeated for the season with one game. Just don't mention the one game part.
So as we have a little bit of a break here, you want to talk us through your baseball academy that you've got started up?
Yeah, so I think most people in the baseball world will know who Tyle is. I think he's made the move to Bayside this summer, but he was playing for North Shore for quite a few seasons. He pitched me and Ayrton the idea of having an academy during the winter time. This was near the end of last season. I won't go into it too much, but there was just a lot of work that went in behind the scenes to get it going. Just luckily that Tyle was so stubborn with it. Because if we didn't have Tyle there, I think we unfortunately wouldn't have had it going. But yeah, we started that in July. Or potentially, no, start of August, sorry. Had it going until October. Peter Yee, as he walks past, he was one of the boys that was part of our academy. But it was awesome to see them, first of all, them wanting to be there, the commitment, and then also the improvements they all made.
So is this going to be a regular winter academy?
Yes, we want it to be. We've already started talking about it next year. Not a lot, but we will start brainstorming soon.
And is there an age range that you guys are looking for in this academy?
So we did in the adverts we did have it ages from 12 to 16. Foul ball there. But I mean, next year, just depending on who shows interest. You know, it could be as young as 9 or as old as 18. It just really depends. But once we get brainstorming, the three of us again, then we'll make sure to pass on that information to everybody. But this year it was ages between 12 and 16.
And so we've got current 18s pitching coach, obviously, Tyre.
Yep.
We've got a New Zealand catcher in you. We've got one of New Zealand's best hitters in Ayrton. You guys have certainly got everything covered.
Yeah. To be honest, it was just by chance, really. Maybe that was Tyle's thinking as well, so he's obviously got the brains as well, which helped. But yeah, it was important we had every aspect covered and on offer as well for the kids. We didn't want it limited for players that were interested. So
we see there the birthday boy, Micah, just making another nice play at third. Very casual over there. So any kids that are kids or parents that are interested in getting involved in the academy, who are they getting in contact with? What do they do?
Sorry, say that again. Just Ayrton was distracting me.
Ayrton is a very distracting man, isn't he?
Yeah.
I was just asking anybody who's interested in getting involved in this academy, what's the process for them? How do they get in contact with you guys?
So we've got a Facebook page and an Instagram page. Not going to lie, we do need to put more work into our socials. But it's under NTH, Ngātama Hautoa Academy. Anybody's interested, just flick us a message through those socials or our personal accounts, but preferably Ngātama Hautoa Academy Instagram or Facebook page.
I certainly know from the feedback I had from a few kids involved in that, it's well worth it. Just been reminded that guest commentators do get payment. Tidy, you're obviously crying about that earlier, but
Wow. Oh, I'm okay, thank you.
oh, and he says no.
To a brownie. Sorry.
Patricia, just saying, Tidy says no to the homemade brownie. Meg, would you like some?
Oh,
Anton, why don't you want?
Yeah. Meg,
I got it.
Meg's got you.
it looks delicious. I don't need it.
Nobody even needs chocolate brownie, but nobody should ever say no to chocolate brownie.
Fine.
And that's, just past Micah there at third.
Jackson Todity. Jackson Todity? No, Jackson Tapiki.
Tapiki, Jax.
He's quite the character, isn't he, Roy?
He is quite the character. I can confirm that this man made my life a misery in Korea.
I think he made everyone's life a misery over there.
There's no mercy from Jax.
Come on, Jax.
He rips that one over shortstop.
And that's the thing with Jackson, though. You know, he's smiley and playful and quite the prankster or jokester he is. He can play.
He sure can play.
You need those characters in your team, though, right, Roy?
You definitely need those characters. It's a long game of baseball. And at this level, we're not doing it because we get paid, so you got to enjoy it. I don't know that I've ever seen this. Regan Soper been called to bunt. No one is a real contact hitter who can line singles to all parts of the field. Coach Dan Amosa knows something that I don't.
Oh,
And that is why you don't run on the arm of Brandon.
Especially to third. And that's what you call a waste of an out.
Strange decision all round there. Regan Soper showing bunt. I think that was really just to try to get in the eye line of the catcher. I'm not convinced that they ever actually wanted Regan to bunt.
I mean, to be honest, yeah, Regan, he's, a good batter, but that's a good team play to put a bunt down. Preferably, personally, I wouldn't have had him bunting, but if you can get runners on third and second with one or less outs, it's pretty ideal.
So do you think he was called to bunt, or do you think it was a fake bunt? Because if he was called to bunt, then it was important for him to get that down there.
But then again, you never know, because it looked like both TK and Jackson were on the same page in terms of stealing.
Lifted to centre field, and that's over, Wade. And Regan will go to third. Wow, did he just take a curtain call there? Did the helmet come off and a little bit of a bow to the dugout? I've got one of the big poles right in the way here, so I couldn't quite see.
Something in that play as well. Great heads up play, but they should be doing it anyway from second base Vic with the double cut off. So if you guys didn't see there with the hit going over Wade's head, it's important that you get both your players out there to make a double cut so that the throws are easier. And also can get to the base quicker. So I just had to critique that though. I don't think Licks needed to cut off there. But it's good seeing them in the right position there. So they're second base and shortstop making the double cut to third base with that hit being over Wade's head.
Yes.
Liam Hay there making the catch on the big pop-up from Caleb Dufty. I do know that it's a real thing with this Central City team this season is that they're going to be aggressive, and part of that aggression actually includes outfield positioning. They're going to play shallow, dare teams to hit it over their head, and look to take away those little loopers that fall in front of you. And we see there was no looper from Regan Soper.
And that's smart coaching as well. In this age grade, not too many people have got home run power. So you'd rather minimise the extra bases as much as you can. But like you said, that was a nice, beautiful hit by Regan.
We've just got a little opportunity here with Brandon behind us. Brandon, why would anybody run on you?
Oh, I think he was meant to bunt.
It was meant to bunt? You wouldn't try to steal second with you back there, would you?
And then he got quite a bad jump. So.
Tell you what, Brandon's definitely not running if he's on base.
Me?
Definitely not.
No, see me steal two just now.
Oh, mate.
I think that's a little bit of jealousy there from Tidier that he doesn't have the speed that Brandon's got.
Very jealous.
Brandon often referred to as lightning.
It definitely fits.
Tidier often referred to as thunder.
Yeah, I'm the guy that does the 60-yard dash, and by the time I've finished, it's dark.
So middle of the second here, Central City up, 4-2. This young little star Vic Lynn at the plate. You saw him earlier in the 16s game. pitching, catching.
I'll tell you a funny little story. I think it's funny, but the 21s nationals, they were all doing their tests, and you know, I don't think he's listening, but sorry to throw you under the bus, Jack Rust. He forgot who he was running with, but they did it in twos. And Jack Rust was probably, I don't know, 2 metres away from the finish line. Great hit by Vic. On the left.
Oh no.
Just a bit too aggressive there, Vic.
That's aggressive, but is that on Vic? Is that on his coach? I didn't actually pick up whether or not Coach TP over there was calling for him to run.
I was too busy admiring the hit, to be honest.
No, this is one of the things I like about coaching here at Central City. TP says that was me. I told him to go. Like the aggression.
Accountability, eh?
It'll go down as a single for Vic. Thrown out looking to advance, so I think that's his first base hit in 19s.
Trouble? No.
No.
Nah.
No trouble with Juntaro out there.
This Howick infield's slick, man. Good players everywhere. I mean, it must be a pretty good infield if you've got Jackson out in the outfield.
Wow, of course, Caleb Dufty at third with the accuracy of his throws. Like, that's an auto out if it's hit to him. Regan Soper, of course, starting shortstop for Central 19s last year, so he's moved across to Howick, show them how it's done. And then, of course, Juntaro and TK both have been Little League representatives for Auckland, as well as playing in other representative teams. A lot of experience.
Way in front of the batting box, now back.
So this will be tough for Wade off the IL, just how he gets his timing.
Quite a few shimmering moves in the batter's box.
Definitely kind of all over the place, isn't he?
Much better than the first inning, Jacob. Okay. Nice.
So Wade's sending a 2-strike bunt.
Come on, Liam. Come on.
Is that a 2-strike bunt?
I believe that was a 2-strike bunt.
Okay.
Wade did comment to me that he'd be 4 for 4 today with 4 bunts. Because it is a wrist injury that he's coming back from. It might be affecting his swing a little.
I was just about to ask that. Is he still a bit injured? Maybe if your wrist is injured, maybe don't slide head first.
Well, that is actually how he injured his wrist.
Ah, it's good to see he's learnt from it, eh?
There was no scorpion in that slide, so he has learnt.
He has improved.
Regan Soper there just missing that throw down. I think that could have been close.
It's good also to see Jacob from the stretch just get to home plate a bit quicker for Shane. Make it a bit easier for Shane to make that throw over a second.
It definitely would have been something that the coaches would have talked to him about, because Central were running wild on him in the first innings.
I mean, how important as a pitcher, Roy, is it to keep that runner guessing on base?
As Jacob wants nothing to do with pitching to Liam. I can't say I blame him.
Come on, Caleb.
Yeah, you want... this whole game is about timing and disrupting timing. And the same goes for a runner. So a runner picks up the timing off a pitcher. So the pitcher's job is to disrupt that timing, put doubt in his mind and give his catcher a chance. Of course, the flip side to that... Felix lifts that one out, and that will drop. And we see Wade come in to score. Felix not happy off the bat, but that ball dropped.
It's a funny thing about baseball, right? You can make a not so good swing and it falls for you, which will count as a hit. Sometimes you get solid contact off the bat, which feels way better, and then it just goes straight to a fielder.
Absolutely.
Nothing better than that feeling, huh?
So, as I was saying, like if that pitcher just is too focused on the runners, sometimes that's when they can make a mistake. And we've seen another mistake there over the heart of the plate. Brandon, no mistake. So he will drive in 2 runs there. But then Shane making a nice throw down to second just caught him. I like the aggression, personally.
Yeah.
Might have caught there. Coach Ayrton Laird pumping the team up. He's very happy with that.
So that was Regan that took that cut off, right? And threw it back to second? Or did it go straight to second there? For Brandon getting
Came home.
That's right.
So came home trying to get that second run that was scoring. Second run came in easily. And then Shane was aware, so as Brandon broke from first to second, Shane made the throw down. Tight play. But with that 2-out rally, Central City has taken the lead, 7 runs to 2, as we move into the 3rd innings. Yeah, that's a bit of difficulty on the... one says home, one says guest, Meg. One's even in blue. One's in Central City blue, Meg. Blue is obviously us, right? Come on, Meg. No, but blue is home, which is us. Just a few technical difficulties with the with the electronic scoreboard. I think Meg is claiming English as a second language. Even the colours, Meg. See, we're blue, they're red. So for those of you that come down to the ground here, we do have the electronic scoreboard. New feature here. And if we could get some decent sponsorship, our scoreboard might be a step up from the Temu version that we're currently using. But in the meantime, it does a great job. It is, yes. So you know how a major league team, if you hit a home run, they're all doing these home run celebration stuff now, right? Like they give them a crown or a cape or whatever. So Central Divs team, Micah makes play here. Nice throw over the first, pick from Liam. Micah getting to make a few plays, that'll make him feel good, the birthday boy. So yes, the Central City Divs team, well, it's not done for a home run, it's done for every time
Someone
you
gets on
manage
base?
to run home. So every time you score the run, as you come back into the dugout, you are presented with the remote control to put the score up on the electronic scoreboard. It's become quite a big thing for that team.
So has it happened yet?
I will just point out, Tadia, that team is the only undefeated team in the club,
Oh, okay.
having scored 15 runs in their first game. The remote control needed a battery change afterwards.
Did you have the honours of getting the remote?
I will have to admit that I got the remote quite a few times.
Humble.
Not because I did anything particularly good with the bat, but as long as you make contact in divs, you'll probably be able to reach first base. That is a great pitch there from Yuto. Messiah had no idea. All he could do was look at it, give the pitcher a bit of a nod, because that, yeah, umpire Mike here to saying he liked that one too. It is quite something when you see a top off-speed pitch. He's really starting to deal now.
Looks good.
He's a good young kid. Really nice boy. I've got to say, he's been in New Zealand just a little over a year. And any kid who's prepared to go and live in another country, it's an opportunity to experience the world, learn another language. Gets a lot of admiration from me.
Nice. Another off-speed pitch. Call that a waste pitch though, 0-2. Make sure it's not hittable.
That's a great pitch. Yuto cruised through that innings. We hear over there Coach TP. He's not satisfied. Let's get some more runs.
Well, Carol more than Graham. Carol's really interested.
Let's go with our little CCSN logo for in between innings this time. I was going to say just a reminder that you can catch games on YouTube, but if you've seen this, you probably already know that. So every week when Kerry Hay posts a schedule of games for the central teams, you'll see the little CCSN logo beside the games that are going to be televised. Of course, this one's a bonus game.
No, I had to go.
No, you just keep walking. Yeah, like.
Brandon looking to get himself involved in the commentary again.
Is that Picori sweat?
Yeah.
You have a spare one?
No, do you want some?
Has he earned it, Brandon? That's a question you need to ask yourself.
How's the commentary?
Like everything, really good.
A work in progress, Brandon.
Fair. It's a joke. Counted with it. You know you can go away. Go away.
You got some?
No, I'm okay. Thank you.
Bye, Mum.
No,
Quite the character as well, B.
no goodbye for me, just his mum. What's with that?
He's got a good attitude, Brandon.
Absolutely. He's one of those kids, much like what Vinnie Fegan last week described as a baseball rat. Loves the game, can't get enough of it. 3 games in the weekend, he's there.
He's also a coach's delight as well. As painful as it is to admit, he comes with the right attitude. Does everything he's asked of to the best of his ability. That's all you can ask for as coaches. It's just players that are willing to use their ears.
Absolutely. Oh, Jimmy from Palmerston North saying, do we have the live chat up? No, unfortunately with the software that we use for the live stream, we can't have the YouTube live chat up, so
You'll just be getting peppered the whole time though, right?
probably a little bit of abuse.
That's the main reason why you don't have the live chat on, eh?
No, I actually can't do it with this. My phone gets, is there anything on the live chat that I need to know about, Patricia? So no important questions like the last one, where we had Micah. That's a towering pop-up. Juntaro under it.
Far off with that swing.
Didn't miss it by a lot. It's a problem, you don't have to miss it by a lot. Round ball on the round barrel of a bat.
Sounded good off the bat.
Well, did it though? Sounds good off a wooden bat.
Yeah, true. Aluminium. This is the awesome thing about the aluminium, right? You can hit it almost anywhere on the bat. Probably even on the bottom of it and it can go out.
Well, Jackson, who's currently on deck, will tell you the other awesome thing is you won't snap the bat. So yes, I'm not sure you caught it, but earlier on we had Max McKay, guest commentator. And I actually missed a few questions that people had for Max. That's a good cut there from Ziggy.
Oh, that ball is wet.
Ziggy looking good in the box. This kid is really developing fast. You talk about coach's delight and a good attitude. This kid's got it. He's actually put his hand up. He said he wants to learn a little bit about being a catcher, wants to give it a go.
Really?
Rips that one to shortstop. Regan makes the play. Throws him out, but that's a good at-bat from Ziggy. Yeah, so he's working hard as a catcher in trainings. I know that you'll appreciate that, Tadia.
100%. I mean,
people like you try to claim it's the toughest position in the game.
Well, I was about to give you some credit for being a pitcher, but since you want to go there. Now, but what I was going to say though, apart from the pitcher, yeah, the catcher's definitely the hardest position on the field. Because you're basically an on-field coach.
Well, I've pitched. I've also been a catcher, and I would probably put catcher as the harder position, which might have something to do with the age of my knees. I'm also probably not the ideal height to be a catcher. It's a long way down.
Also with catching as well, not that I'm salty, but coaches and teammates are quick to point out what you're doing wrong, but whenever you do something right, you get nothing. Well, it's part of the gig, though. Part of the gig.
So talking about catching, how good were those catches from Quentin Johnson against the Browns? Like a couple of big touchdown catches on Monday.
I was waiting for it. Well, thankfully, our time zone isn't the same as America, so I was just keeping up with the score at work, but yeah, quickly flick that to the side.
Yeah, Monday mornings aren't a productive time for me at work.
So you're lucky you get to watch the games.
Indeed.
and I work for you.
It's very important that everybody else that works for me works really hard to make up for the fact that I'm watching NFL during the day. Well, I will admit that game...
Because we don't have our QB1, man.
Oh, yes. Yes.
That's just a joke, by the way, to you NFL fans.
You,
I'm assuming all our 6 listeners are NFL fans.
you definitely pay him enough to be a QB1.
Just the only thing is he's not playing like a QB1, is he?
Vic looks very confident in the box.
Another Ngata Mahotoa Academy player.
Just 14 years old, this kid. Playing in 19s. Lift that one to left field. Simon Orkett in to make the catch. That's a third out.
How come there's 2 games today? Yeah, because I was here in the morning and they were playing.
Yes, younger team.
Oh, I see.
So the morning game was under 16s, this is under 19s.
I see.
But a few of the kids play in both. So we're top of the 4th, does that sound right, Meg? Top of the 4th. Brilliant. So I'm sitting here with the CCSN scorer and the official scorers, and I've got more faith in the CCSN scorer. I know that Meg's on top of it. Those ones up in the actual scorer's box, I'm not so sure. Just getting confirmation there that I'm not having to give one of the players a ride home today.
Yep, thank you.
It's just how we do things in this club.
Quickly back to the NFL though.
Here we go.
Ravens and the thing yesterday was
Oh yeah, Ravens Bengals.
right to the end. Yeah, just one pass.
Oh yeah, Bengals defense this season they've been terrible.
Yeah, well, there can only be one number one defence, and the number one scoring defence in the NFL is the LA Chargers.
Really?
Absolutely, Jesse Minter. First season as defensive coordinator. I don't think any team has scored more than 20 points against us.
That's what I was about to say about the NFL season. It's, I don't know, not surprising, but also still surprising how much of an influence Jim has had on the Chargers already.
Absolutely.
Like, first season with the team, and they're in wildcard, on the wildcard hunt. Like, they're in that position at the moment, right?
Absolutely. They've been given a 70% chance of making the playoffs now.
Wow. Which is funny, right? Because you look back in previous years, the roster on paper is better than what the roster is on paper this season. Well, personally from me, like, I think last year, the year before, the roster on paper looked better.
I tend to agree. The difference being, and this is where it's not just about, obviously, Jim Harbaugh, but Joe Ortiz, the new general manager, came across from the Ravens. And one of the first things he promised was a deeper squad.
Yeah.
And as injuries have happened this year, players have stepped in and stepped up. Whereas in previous years,
When that player went down, it
I'm pretty sure 1 year I actually missed a phone call, which was my call up. They were that desperate. There was
That's pretty desperate.
That's
as
very
well.
desperate. Oh, that's a close pitch. Juntaro takes it low, and we got a lead-off walk.
Juntaro being the lefty batter as well. Believe it or not, when you're opposite side of what the pitcher's throwing arm is, you can actually see the ball better. So hearing that it's a switchy hitter, that's pretty smart from Juntaro, but also hard.
Yeah, a lot of work to be a switch hitter. I don't think John's done anything wrong in this game. Made some great plays at second.
Here's me hoping that's a commentator's curse.
They call that fair.
Yeah. In a situation like that, Roy, I'm saying that though, the flags are up, so even if he put his hands up after grabbing the ball that's past the flags, that's still a ground rule double, right?
Yes.
Okay. But if it was open field, it's play on, eh?
Open field, just keep on running. So it was a bad time for me to be getting a little,
Thinking about your charges.
well, I was getting a little drink actually, so the control board / my phone got put down, and I couldn't switch cameras there to see what was happening out in left field, but ball ripped down the line. Personally, I thought it looked like it was foul.
It looked foul, yeah.
Yeah. One of the problems we have here is that this ground, unfortunately, is used for AFL. Believe it or not, we do have an AFL competition here. And until the AFL season finishes, which is in a couple of weeks' time, that's a great pitch. The council refuses to extend our foul line into the AFL field. So that left field foul line doesn't continue out there, making it really tough on the umpire. So even though we can say we looked at it and we thought it was foul, there was actually no definitive line there for umpire Mike. Just had to make a judgment call, his judgment. The ball was fair. Oh, what a pitch. Whew.
Bad at all.
I know that
Good communication by the catcher, Brandon, making it clear for his infield.
Jimmy down in Palmerston North will be ringing the batter up on that one. Pitch on the outside
Bringing out
corner.
the chainsaw.
Absolutely. And any pitcher would be calling for that one. Wow, what a pitch to start him off.
Loaded bases, situation like this, if you're an infielder and it comes to making sure that you get at least one out from it. Don't think about the double play, just think about getting at least one out from it. But if you're a hitter with less than 2 out, you're thinking of trying to get one run in, at least one run in from this.
And of course, when you say that, everything's situational. And 100% with a 5-run lead here, you are looking for an out. Very different situation if it was like a 1-run ball game.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
What a pitch.
Nice pitch. Nice pitch by your team.
Wow.
Good pitching by your tour, but in terms of the batter, especially when there's 2 strikes only, you need to expand that zone and just keep fighting in there as long as you can.
That off speed must be tough to read though, because I believe he threw nothing but off speed to Jax there. You would think that Jackson would get a beat on it at some point, but no. So 1 out now.
Oh, unlucky bounce for Brandon there.
And this is the problem with off-speed, right? You don't want to hang it, you don't want to leave it up in the zone. You pull it down and
Something like that can happen.
wild pitch can result.
Just a bit unlucky there though, that hitting the front of home plate.
It looked like Brandon had it covered up. Are we 2 down? Did I get that wrong? So bases loaded now with that hit by pitch for Regan Soper. Caleb Dufty spent a bit of time telling me how we could hit one out.
Fun of that.
Jack's cussed that off. Oh, I should be... double there for Caleb Dufty down the line, and that scores 2 runs.
7-4?
7-5.
7-5.
It's amazing how quickly this game can turn around.
Yeah. To go back to that pitcher catcher debate, get pretty lonely up on the mound there, Roy, with that long innings.
Absolutely.
And then with the catching, and your legs are tired after a long inning like this.
Catching is physically draining.
And mentally.
He's coming home.
Important that the pitching catcher stay calm, even though it does get hard out there. But they need to be on the same page. In a situation like this, it would actually be smart if Brandon called time just to have a little chat to his pitcher.
Yeah, we might be seeing a little bit of the effects of regular coaches, Jeremy and Dan, not being here. You're absolutely right, though. It is Brandon that calls time. I'm looking over.
Pitching change. Typical airtime, eh? Just no hat, no catcher's helmet, coaching helmet. Likes doing things to, I guess, what do you call it?
Well,
I guess annoy people, or
be a brave man that tells Ayrton Laird what to do on this diamond.
short man syndrome, right?
Some would say that he has learned a lot from his father. You can take that however you want.
90 to 94. And traditional changes 1 to 7 and 7 to 1.
And we're going to see Peter Yee take the mound. First time this season for Peter up there pitching. Exciting young left-hander.
For those of you who don't know, that's Cola Yee's son. Cola Yee's obviously a very well known name in New Zealand baseball, even internationally.
Well, certainly internationally. It's been heading up. Hong
Where
Kong,
is he at the
Hong
moment?
Kong baseball has been his latest gig.
His father's also a hard person to predict at times, eh? 1 month he's in Hong Kong and then just out of nowhere he's back in New Zealand without telling anyone.
Yeah, he does tend to travel. He's his services are in demand all over the place.
Rightfully so.
He's been famous since he was 12 years old. So he pitched the final of the World Series, Little League Majors. 12-year-old for Chinese Taipei. Led them to victory. So I think we had a hit batter there. Don't know quite what to make of that. Great pitch there from Peter. Bases loaded here, just a 1-run lead, a lot of pressure on. Another great pitch. Way ahead now, 2 strikes on the batter. Peter looking to get us out of this situation. Oh, what a pitch. 3 pitches in the same spot. And that is the second out. Was right earlier. Oh, and I was wrong earlier when I said that Juntaro's a switch hitter. He's going purely lefty now. Used to be a switch hitter. Well, that's a good first pitch. Umpire says not quite good enough. Normally this sort of a lefty-lefty matchup would give the pitcher a bit of an advantage, but Peter just struggling to find the zone here. Oh, just getting confirmation there. Peter pitching 67 mile an hour. Jimmy will be very interested in that. Not quite able to tell from this angle. I'm not sure that Peter's actually thrown a fastball yet. His fastball normally sit about 70. And unfortunate there for Peter and the central team is he's just walked in to try and run. Simon Orkett now up at the plate. Still bases loaded, of course. Score's locked up now, 7 apiece. Just seems as the central team's just gone a bit flat. This innings obviously going against them. Not hearing a lot of chat out there. And HP dugout goes wild, but that's an easy ball up to the shortstop. Felix takes it, steps on second, and that's the end of the innings. So we're through 4 innings and we've got a whole new ball game. Scores locked up, 7 apiece.
Like you were saying though, how quickly a game can change, right?
No kidding. Oh, just stretch your legs out a little bit. And when you talk about a pitcher and the nerves of that first innings, I said sometimes it feels really easy, sometimes it feels really tough. This man on the mound now, Messiah, is the classic example of that. Sometimes he is just up there dealing, unhittable, throwing strikes. The weakness in his game has always been that ability to throw strikes. And when he's struggling to find the zone, unfortunately, sometimes he doesn't know how to make that adjustment to fill up the zone. Most important part of the game.
Comes down to game time as well, right? I'm going to keep coming back to the experience part. When they're not playing as many games as the overseas teams are or players are, it can get quite difficult at times to try to figure out different strategies and how to approach the game and be put into different situations. It's an unfortunate thing about baseball in New Zealand. These boys are just not getting the game time that they need.
And the real problem there is that we don't have the fields where we can play midweek baseball.
Yep.
Obviously, most people know a little bit about Auckland traffic. It's pretty tough to get from one side of the Auckland to the other on a Wednesday afternoon and still finish a game before the sun goes down, and we don't have...
It's tough at times to drive on a good day here.
It is indeed. We don't have grounds with lights. We can't be playing night games. But if we did, a lot of these kids would be in for it. They love the sport of baseball. And for a pitcher, a midweek game gives an ability to throw twice a week. So even though someone like Messiah has got the possibility now of playing actually 4 games in the weekend, he can play 16s, 19s, reserves and prems. He can only pitch in one of those 4. Because obviously in baseball we have pitch smart rules. We're looking to take care of kids' arms, not just kids.
Just players as
Us
well,
older
right?
players. Well, we don't have pitch smart rules. We still don't want to wreck them completely. Bit of a delay here. Well, Coach Dan Amosa tries to work out his changes. Wade, if you just turn around, give us a wave. Straight that way. There you go. Perfect. Wade sending there. So happy to be off the IL. Back playing. He promised me that he'd reach on a perfect bunt today, and he's already achieved that. So, always been a man who's true to his word. Maybe I should have said to him, can you promise me a home run instead? So just trying to pick the changes here. I think we have Ben Bongiovanni coming into shortstop.
Oh, he's sub. Yep.
HFD. You? About to block you in. Okay.
Oh, just car park dramas here for co-commentator Todea Thompson. And it looks like we're just about ready to be back to it. Yuto up to bat, so we're at the top of the lineup here for Central City. A 7-7 ball game. Messiah up on the mound. Yuto rips the first one. And that's a stand-up double for Yuto.
Come on, Wade.
No mercy there on the first pitch from Messiah. Yuto just taking a big rip at it, putting it over the left fielder's head. Looks like Ryan's come on there in left field. Messiah, you see here, just faking an inside move for the pick-off on Yuto.
Oh!
I just heard Meg in the background there, a little bit worried for poor Wade. Inside pitch, Wade not worried at all. Wild pitch there. Runner moving over to third. Wade taking all the way on a 3-ball count. Wade well capable of just ripping one down the line. You see there, Yuto coming home on another wild pitch. Wade reaching on the walk.
Come on, Liam.
I wonder there if that first pitch double from Yuto just got on Messiah's head a little bit. He seemed a bit worried about putting one down the middle to Wade, and now instead a run's come in. Wade's on first and he's got to deal with the big bat of Liam Hay. There is no way I would want to be throwing a pitch straight down the middle to Liam Hay. And I think Messiah agrees with me. He is keeping away from the power in this boy's bat. Three straight balls here to Liam. Messiah wants no part of it.
Guys, just one on the on-deck circle, please.
A little bit of a warning there. Brandon coming out when he shouldn't. Only one batter, of course, can go in the on-deck circle. Brandon itching to get out there. Liam will be disappointed with himself. A 3-ball count. He got a pitch to hit. He didn't miss it by a lot. That gives us the first out. Felix stepping into the batter's box.
Go, Felix.
Commented earlier, Felix looking so good with the bat this season. Wade takes off for second. And he does it. Stands up.
Nice, Wade.
And the throw down is somehow missed by the middle infielders.
Come on, Felix.
And Wade gets to advance through to third. Shane Scanlon, he'll be very disappointed with that. Not on him, of course. The throw looked good. Wade had it beaten the whole way, but the throw was good. Somehow it just got missed. Felix absolutely drilled that deep left centre, and that is ground rule double. Felix absolutely nailed that. So with that, of course, Central City will take the lead 9-7. Boy, we've seen a couple of blasts in this innings. And one of the things with this lineup, it doesn't get any easier. Brandon now out there.
Go, Brandon.
And Felix there takes off the third,
Nice, Felix.
gets a stolen base. Bit of entertainment over there. Coach here's on lead, just making sure his player's okay.
Come on, Brandon.
Great work there from Shane Scanlon. Wild pitch here and another run will score. Felix is very aggressive on the bases. Brandon, I don't entirely agree with that, but Brandon as a catcher, probably just have a little word to the umpire that as long as my pitcher gets that, I'm happy.
That was lucky.
Lofted ball there into left field and Felix tagging,
Good base running.
coming home.
Good base running.
And we've got a nice little sacrifice fly there from Brandon, just doing his job.
It's also good to see Felix identifying who's out there in the outfield, whether he can run on him or not. Wasn't the deepest fly ball, but good recognition by Felix.
Well, I think there's probably only one player on this HP team that Felix wouldn't have been running on there, and that's
Dufty.
Caleb Dufty. We all know that that boy can throw 90 plus.
Can he?
Absolutely, he told me so himself, so it must be true.
Must be true, yeah. True.
Throws 90 plus and everything's a strike. So you would not run on him.
The bad pitch.
Umpires never appreciate it when the pitcher throws the pitch and starts walking off. Not that it'll ever influence the call, but... And that's called strike 3.
Good recovery by Shane, the catcher though. Again though, there's 2 strikes on you, you got to expand the zone. Unless you like getting struck out looking.
Nobody likes getting struck out looking.
Oh, they had a marquee in front. And they were gonna, yeah. But thank God, the thing came around. To be honest though, the marquee was full of food, so not the worst thing to have there. Also dangerous.
Very dangerous. So just a reminder here, we're always looking for opportunities. Looking for people that are prepared to support the club. Anybody looking to come on board as a bit of a game day sponsor, then your logo can be up here on this coverage. You can put it up on social media. You can see our Facebook page, Instagram, some of our YouTube shorts. I think the YouTube short posted just the other day is already over 1,100 views, so you can feel good about supporting a local sports club, and at the same time you can get some good coverage for your business. And unlike some donations, I can confirm that 100% of every dollar that comes into this club goes to the players. Well, I did point it out earlier that Travis did double my pay this season, but doubling zero, I'm still getting paid nothing. It's all about supporting these kids, trying to improve our facilities. The money goes into uniforms, equipment, facilities, obviously, big thing.
So how's it been going into your second season as president, Laura?
Yeah, it's been good this season, to be fair. So last season, obviously, it was halfway through the year that the AGM happened, where sort of the SOS call went out, asking for new people to step up to run things at the club, and I kind of, the way I remember it, my hand got put up for me. I'm not sure that it was entirely my choice, but it's tough halfway through a season. Really, you're just scrambling to get through that year, whereas we could sort of do a little bit of planning. Big focus, obviously, here at Central City is rebuilding a little bit of the youth side of the club. So every Tuesday and Friday, 6 till 7, we have open training for 10 and under and 12 and under. Still looking for a few more players, so if you know anybody looking to get into baseball, then we'd love to see them down here. Nobody has come to a training and gone away disappointed. Everybody loves the game, loves the trainings. I mean, you know what a great sport it is, Tadia.
Yeah, I love it so much. I prefer watching it from the sideline.
No, you don't.
It's actually been a good at bat by Nico Waru here. As I say that, he strikes out. So
Yep.
commentator's curse.
Keep it up for us there, Tadia.
Yeah.
Like that was
Which I'm obviously not disappointed about because
beautiful work.
Yeah, beautiful work by Peter. It was actually good at bat, few foul balls, but yeah, great pitching from Peter. And as you noticed before, a few of his curveballs were in the dirt, well, imaginary dirt with the AstroTurf there. And he was able to bring it back with his fastball. So signs of a good pitcher. If your off speed's off by a little bit, you can always come back with the fastball.
I'm just having a little bit of a shocker with my
because how important is the fastball, right, Roy?
everything comes off the fastball, right?
If you can't control your fastball on the mound, don't expect to have a good outing.
Of course, as much as I say that, the one pitch I definitely can't throw is a fastball.
Is it more just like a
Age of shoulders.
what's that pitch called? Like a straightish pitch?
No, don't have one of those.
Rainbow. That's what it is. A rainbow, right?
Yeah, once the shoulders get to a certain age, the fastball is definitely not in the bag anymore.
Well, back in your day, right, you were able to whip it in.
Oh, I would have loved it if baseball was around back in my day. Unfortunately,
Hey, do it all, Peter.
Oh my word. So let's just remember this moment. 1 hour 40 into the game, I'm going to be going back and pulling that highlight out. We're going to be posting a clip of that.
May I remind everyone, he is a Ngā Tamahoto Academy player. So
here we go.
Make plays like that, come join our academy. Sorry.
You forgot.
Sorry, I got too many jobs.
What's the job?
No runs.
Yeah, okay.
No runs, right, Roy?
Yeah, pink.
Oh my gosh.
I was just taken away by that play.
That was an amazing play.
One of the NTH Academy. So again, if you want to make a play like that, guys, come to our academy.
So I'm guessing it was Ayrton or Taya that coached that play. I'm not sure I've seen that in your game before.
It's hard to say, but yeah, you're right.
Is this one of those do as I say, not as I do moments?
Just catches, man. Even in life, we get battered.
Absolutely.
Got to smile. What else could you do? Cry. Oh. That's oh no.
He never threw his hands up.
Nah, that's in the fielder, unfortunately. Yep. Umpire's right.
The umpires are going to confer on this one. So we had this situation earlier in the game. The umpires are confirming there that he'll go back to second.
Yeah, unfortunately, your tour there, you need to put your hands up. As soon as you see that ball pass the flags, just put your hands up straight away. Don't go running after the ball there. Just put your hands up, and that way the umpires can see clearly that it's gone past. Don't go running after the ball. Just make your job a bit easier. But lucky for him, the runner is not at third, so.
Well, as always is the case, right? It's about the right call being made in the end, and
Yeah.
I think we could tell from way back here that ball had gone over the line of the flags, so clearly the right call made. And now the man known as Dufty.
That one looked. It's a home run.
They have called it a home run, Caleb Dufty. Wow. Peter's aluminium bats, but Peter has run into the middle of this lineup and
He's doing his job, Peter. That's all you ask for from pitchers. Throw strikes consistently. And that's just have to tip the cap to the batters.
Tip your cap, all right. Caleb Dufty unloading on that one. He told me that he was the man who could do it. I'll never argue with a guy who throws over 90 and can paint the corners.
Can hit over 500 feet, apparently.
Yeah, absolutely. That's a great pitch. Oof. I suppose the important thing here for Central is that 2-run home run. They're still in the lead, 10-9. Pitch down there from Peter. The interesting thing with this HP lineup, they definitely have some big bats at the top of the lineup.
100%.
This game has shown there's a few easier outs at the bottom of the lineup, as that one's right through the gap between third and short. Utah been a busy man out there. Been looking forward to the end of this inning so he can have himself a little sit down.
And from pitching to having to make all those runs as well, eh? Two down?
Yeah, I believe this has all been done with 2 down. Not a pretty swing there from Messiah. I think he got halfway through and realised that pitch was up. A little bit too late to leave it.
That's a problem that some of these power hitters have, right? They get too excited in the box.
Come on, Peter.
Wonder what the conversation is over there in the Central City dugout. TP and Ayrton. They'll be interested in what the next move is. Peter can't find the zone here after getting 2 early outs. Once the trouble started, it just hasn't stopped, and indeed, Ayrton led. Going to make the walk out there. He would talk to his pitcher.
No hat, no coach's helmet. Gosh, I love Ayrton.
Feel free to tell him to pick his game up if you want. It's on you how that goes, but
Nah.
I think I can guess how it'll work for you.
Be good entertainment.
Would be good entertainment.
One visit Central.
Yeah, I was just about to say as well, Brandon, every now and then just needs to cool time and talk to his pitcher. More so of just giving the pitcher a breather more than anything, because Peter's been pretty accurate on the mound. But Ayrton did that for Brandon, so.
Well, got the desired result.
Nice pitching, Peter.
The runners on first and second. Ben Bongiovanni at the plate. Brandon there, having a little bit of a look. I think he'll be thinking that there might well be an opportunity for a bit of a back pick over there at first with Messiah.
Yes.
One ball, 2 strikes.
You need to have good communication out on the field, though. Everybody needs to be on the same page. But also, if it's loud out there, it's one way of picking up the pitcher's confidence if he is low on confidence, that is. But if you've got a loud team out there backing you, can't help but start to feel more confident. Something I try and preach to each player I coach is be loud.
We did notice that halfway through this game that the Central team just went a bit flat, and that's when the runs were coming in. Oh dear. Well, they can have him at second. Oh, they should have had him at second.
Right idea, just unfortunately execution wasn't there.
Just a few things just going wrong here. Great pitch.
Nice pitching, Peter.
And that'll be that. Sits him down. Another strikeout looking. Boy, we've seen a few of those in this game. Hi, Jacob. What's that? I did see your pitching. A little bit wild, but not too bad. Just a bit wild at the start, eh?
Yeah.
And then you seem to settle down a bit.
Yeah, I'm coming out of retirement this year. But
Oh, retirement. This is a kid. How old are you, Jacob? How old are you?
18.
18 years old and saying he's coming out of retirement. What is the world coming to?
18 years old, he's coming out of retirement.
Oh my gosh. Kids these days.
Oh, you're going to go down that path of back in my day.
Back in my day, mate.
Yeah. And then you go back to my day.
We're from a generation where retirement isn't even a word that's in the vocabulary.
Of course you think like that, eh, Brandon?
Been a lot of visits from Brandon over here. He comes in for the drinks, the snacks. Meg looking after him as usual.
Mummy's boy.
Yeah.
Saying it though, I'm a mummy's boy.
Maybe later. Are we up by 9? Oh, we're up by 1?
It's pretty obvious when one says home and one says guest and one's in blue. Central blue, see your mum's all over that.
Toodaloo.
Toodle pips.
Looking good, Shane. Just drop a few more balls, please.
He's talking about the hair, Shane. Always known for having a beautiful mane, Shane Scanlon.
Another coach's delight. Maybe I'm just biased to catches, eh? I think that's what
Yeah, I think that is a little bit of it.
It's because they know the grind, Roy.
Oh, the grind.
The grind.
Embrace the grind. Tough pitch there. Ziggy backs out of the box, just settles himself down. He's been looking good with the bat this season. Looks confidence in there.
Quite taken back that it's only his second season.
It's pretty impressive. He's not.
Really
I don't believe he's a kid that came from softball or anything either. Like he's
Cricket?
just. I don't think so.
Damn.
Good cut of that. That was a good pitch for a Messiah. It was exactly what you want when you're ahead in the count. Tough pitch to hit. Ziggy couldn't catch up with it.
Can he help himself out here?
Petey yee. I'm not sure you're aware, but Peter Yee might not even class baseball as his number one sport. Might put archery down as his number one sport. Talented youngster, does a lot of things well. Hopefully one of the things that he does well is two-strike hitting because he finds himself behind here. And Vic showing off his speed, getting to that ball. Kind of barreled him out there with that swing, Peter. Definitely out of the zone. And not in a spot that should have really fooled him. It's not as though it was really that competitive, to be fair.
Nah. And that's an example of expanding the zone too much for too short.
Absolutely. It was inside and low. Vic, he's been hitting well today. Second game of the day, of course, for him.
Good attitude, this kid. Loves the game of baseball. Hard to believe he's only 14.
It's crazy the confidence he carries himself with. And that's really a non-competitive walk. Made it easy for Vic.
I had the pleasure of coaching him last season in under 14s. He's playing under 19s this season. It's crazy. But man, his nickname was just ice. Ice in his veins, man.
Just one of many of these kids that just love the game of baseball. Yuto, of course. This is Messiah's second time seeing him. Yuto only saw one pitch last time, ripped it for a double. And boy, they'd love to see him do that again. Vic here will take second base. Shane might be a little bit disappointed with himself on that one. It'll be classed as a wild pitch, but I think Shane felt he maybe could have got around that.
Definitely blockable, but at the same time, if it's a fastball,
it's tough. That was tough, but Shane does hold himself to some high standards. Of course, he's a Prem's catcher now for HP.
Is that right?
Absolutely.
Good on him. Should be playing Prems, but should be a starting catcher somewhere.
Oh,
yeah, Messiah's not diving for that one.
right up on the handle there. Yuto will be wringing the hands out a little bit.
To be honest, I'm still not over that diving catch from Peter earlier.
Pitchers are athletes.
Oh,
That's a great pitch. And is that only 5 innings that we're through? End of 5 innings, and we've got Central City up 10-9. Again, I'll avoid the official scorers and instead get the score from Meg. Often more reliable.
we have a pitching change here. Darnish on the mound now for Peter Yee.
Let's get to catch a look here. TP. He'll be all over this. Known for his organisation.
Substitution for Central. We have 1 to 9.
So I think Ziggy might have been subbed off. Peter Yee going into right field. Darnish coming on to pitch. I think that might just leave Alex Kovic on the bench. Of course, Alex starting third baseman for this team last week, played the full game. And then earlier on today, I believe he was starting third baseman for the 16s before coming on to pitch, and then I think finished the game back at third. Just another one of these kids, loves the game, gets a lot of baseball in. Yet to get an opportunity in this game, and it'll be an interesting call whether or not the coaches want to empty the bench, especially with, of course, Wade Sendon just having come off the IL. You don't want to use your last substitute and then have an injury and find out you got no one left. Hi, Lois.
Yeah, sorry, we need to go. So it will finish when we will finish.
Lois, you see the coverage? That's all of the cameras for the game.
Oh yeah.
You can say hi to everybody. Say hi, Lois.
Say hi, Lewis. Hi. Thank you.
So that's Lois, one of the young up-and-comers here at Central City. Part of the under-10s. One of my favourite players. Hey, Lois.
Thank you.
See you guys.
What position's Lewis?
I'm not sure Lewis has quite worked out his position yet. Micah here will look to make the play at 1. Oh, wowzers.
Close. Good communication by Beebs. Telling Micah to make the throw to first. Unfortunately, couldn't get the person at first, but Liam almost got their guy at second. Comes back to that base running. Done all the hard work to get on base. Don't be so silly on the base.
Glad you said don't be so silly. I thought something else might have come out of the mouth for just a split second there.
Come on, man. I'm actually mature, believe it or not.
Comes through every now and then. I think you might have to be giving B a call here if Juntaro goes. Definitely looking like he wants to go.
Stuff by Dinesh, keeping him honest.
It's a little inside move. I think if he'd been slightly more decisive with it, might have actually had an opportunity. Juntaro definitely looking to go. TK at the plate. That pitch going wild, but of course no damage done there with 4 balls. So walking, bases loaded there. And scary bit here, of course, is we're number 9 in the lineup here, and then after that we have Regan Soper who hit that ground rule double, followed by Caleb Dufty who hit the home run. So slightly worrying times here for Dinesh.
Asking for a friend, I know this, but what inning are we in?
I believe we're top of the 6th.
And 7 inning games or 9 inning games?
These are 9 inning games, but they are timed, so there's no new innings after 2 hours 50. I would think it's 2 hours 50.
So plenty of baseball.
Might be 2 hours 20.
Oh, okay. Maybe.
We've got some kids on the field. To be fair, the umpire possibly didn't need to call time with Jax up at the plate. I'm not sure he could put it out there. I hope you watch this later, Jax, and realise that I'm
your biggest fan, eh?
Yeah, I'm your biggest fan, Jax. Hey, Jax. Nice pitch here from Dinesh.
Needed that one.
I really did need that. Good pitch there. And we get a full count here. Bases loaded, full count. I think we're full count.
Yeah.
I do struggle to stay focused, but I'll do my best. And that's a little bleeder. Not a lot you can do on that. A little jam shot. Oh, hey, yeah, yeesh. Peter, yee. Sneaking in from right field. I'll be honest, I think he maybe got us an out there.
Looked like it.
And once again, the game's all tied up.
You know, it comes on concentration, eh? And a game like this can be difficult at times, but if you get yourself in a position, especially on base, you've got to stay aware.
Runner not coming. Brandon just too fast back there. Commented on it earlier. Lightning.
Lightning McQueen, that's what he calls himself, right? From the movie Cars.
That's the one. Also, why you're known as Thunder, because Thunder always comes after Lightning. Good pitch there from Dinesh. Trouble is, he's getting himself behind in the count before he comes up with these top pitches. Really, you've got to start a batter off with strike one. Oh, and that single back up the middle was brought about purely because the fielders were drawn in, and with the fielders drawn in, that little squibbler got to get up the middle and score 2 runs.
Like you were saying though, Dinesh is just getting behind in the count, so he has no choice but to try pitch it down the middle. But credit to the hitters, they're pouncing on those opportunities.
Yeah, well, you still got to hit it, right?
Exactly.
Oh, Shane getting himself right in the picture here. Shane will appreciate that.
Second visit for Central.
I'm not sure my coverage skills have quite given us the shot that I was looking for there, but all we're getting is Shane's big melon right in the shot.
Who's the next pitching option for Central, I think? Is it Alex?
No, I think Alex pitched out. I think Vic pitched out. I think Micah might be an option.
True.
Micah would be the only one that I'd go to here.
Is Brandon saved for Prem games?
Brandon, with his age, does catcher to pitcher rule come in? I actually would have to check the rules on it. I know that 19s is classed as an adult division, but
Because he doesn't fall under the under 16 age grade anymore.
Oh yeah, ring him up. Ring him up. Can't be looking at that, Dufty.
Nice pitching.
Now, Tufty's talked a little bit of junk to me today, and I will remind him that you're only as good as your last at bat.
So you're hoping that's his last at bat?
I'm hoping that's his last at bat. So of course the likes of Brandon and Felix potentially saved for tomorrow. Felix will certainly be one of the top pitching options in the Prem's game. A little jam shot. Felix over there easily.
Again, communication, bro. Need to be loud out there, guys.
Dinesh doing a good job of getting himself back in this.
100%. Even with his pitches before with the balls, it's not like he was missing by much.
No, he was just doing this. He was getting behind batters.
Yeah.
You can't live behind batters. Like, you've got to get out in front, strike one. Your first pitch strike is just so valuable. Well, Micah getting his glove to that one, but not able to come up with it.
Smart by Felix, though, just to hold on to that ball, not risk potentially making an error.
Could have been tempted with trying to make a throw, but I'm with you. I think it could have gone horribly wrong.
Did they run on third as well? I mean, you'd rather one run in instead of two, right? So
I see there that runner over on third.
nice pitch. There we go. I relate first pitch in the count similar because I'm a darts fan.
Oh yes.
Yep, darts fan. Similar to if you want to have a high, what do you call it, score, you can get your first dart in the triple. You're going to help yourself out there.
Absolutely.
Score average. That's the words I was looking for. You get that first triple and you're setting yourself up a long way. Same as pitching. If you can get that first strike in, you're helping yourself out a long way.
Ball down right field line. Long way, pal. Wow.
Get that outside pitch there, getting his hands extended. If I was Brandon, I'd be calling that inside fastball.
Phil Taylor certainly would agree with you on triple 20 being the perfect first start.
You a darts fan yourself?
Oh, absolutely.
Really? Oh man, it's really hard to not like you, eh?
Yep, a lot of people have said that, Tadia. Great badge. Wow.
Nice pitching.
These guys really do enjoy striking out looking by the seams of it. Ben Bongiovanni even making sure his bat got to the dugout before him by throwing it away and then walking after it.
So I'm assuming back to darts. Are you?
Jimmy, great comment there from Jimmy. Just getting a message there that Jimmy can confirm. Very likeable. Yes, I go on with darts. I'm not.
Are you into it nowadays still, or?
Yeah, absolutely. Michael Van Gerwen.
You is that your favourite?
No.
Who's your favourite?
I love seeing Michael Van Gerwen lose. He's a little bit like the English rugby team to me. I support anybody playing against him.
He's not the man anymore, though, that he once was.
I do like Michael Smith, the bully.
Oh, yeah. Nice. But the man nowadays is Luke Humphries. Cool
Yeah,
man.
cool hand Luke, yeah. I definitely, I was very happy to see him.
Do you have a favourite darts club? Michael Smith?
Don't say Luke Littler.
What do you mean don't say Luke Littler?
No.
Hey, you're a hater.
No, I am indeed.
I like the ferret. I got my one.
Oh, Johnny Clayton.
Yeah, I just like his attitude and he's happy.
We've got an
And he can play, but
absolute darts conversation breaking out here at the baseball. It's always a good day down here at the park. I'd recommend anybody to get down here.
Gerwin Price, his other Welsh mate.
no, they're totally different people.
Yeah.
Ewan Price is really, no need for what he does sometimes.
What about old
Opponents.
what about Gary Anderson, the Scotsman?
Yeah, he's a good player.
Good player. He can get a bit aggro at times.
Yeah, I love the guys that can get a bit aggro.
To be fair, some of them though, I don't blame them. It's high pressure and a lot of money on the
Come
line.
up behind them and just about throw the dart on them before they even get up.
Yeah.
Wow, so here we go. Jackson taking the mound. You mentioned it earlier. This kid can do it all.
Oh, sorry. Are you sure?
I'm hearing a little bit of a disagreement beside me here from the scorers. Apparently, the scorers actually... Oh no, I had that right, Meg. Yeah, that's what I had as well, Meg. Just our electronic scoreboard operator here at the ground. Just a little bit behind on things. I think she's been a little bit sidetracked having to dish out the drinks and snacks to Brandon. And we can confirm that everybody's got it the same now. 13-10 to Howick.
Come on, Liam.
Probably not the best thing to say out loud. I mean, if you
Wade just struck out looking and then tells Liam that the pitching is slow and flat.
crazy thing to say right after striking out.
Well, he'll probably look back at it and go, if it was so slow and flat, maybe I should have made contact there. But I'm not sure actually how his wrist is, because it did look as though he was looking to bunt there again. Caleb Duffy.
Good stuff by TK over at first.
Caleb Duffy just uncorks a 90-mile-an-hour throw across the diamond, and Liam Hay out at first.
I mean, sorry Wade, you can't be saying that type of stuff to your teammate, because it just puts bad juju on your team as well. Especially when you got a batter like Liam coming up and then Felix after him.
Well, you did see Liam's reaction that... Oh, that's a bit much. Sorry, Jimmy. Put in the innings count. It's fully manual on that, but we could put... I suppose we could put an innings count up there at some point. Bit much work for me at the moment. Yeah, we saw Liam's reaction. He was not that happy because it wasn't really the sort of thing that's giving him much help with what's going on with the pitcher. Would I be able to head up there? What innings are we in here, Meg? Bottom of 6. There you go, Timmy. Just for you. We'll get the innings up there. Hopefully everybody understands home and away, and although I don't actually say which is home and away. Go on, now it's getting all too technical for me. It's been a long day. Losing my mind just a little bit. If I was smart, I would have thought about doing it like this. So of course Felix reaching base with a walk, 2 out here. Brandon obviously Brandon's still living out on the home run he hit, I believe in Prems last year, tight air. Was it Prems at Brandon?
Oh, that was 19s.
That was 19s?
I would have remembered that. If,
you sure?
It was 100% 19s.
Here we go. We can trust tight air.
Of course, of course.
So big Micah Hargrave now at the plate, 2 runners on. Ooh. Good cut there.
Yeah. Few good swings this game, Micah.
Seen Micah at 16s Nationals, peppering the outfield wall.
No, that's a balk. That's a balk.
They've got to call that balk.
No,
They've got to call that.
Step off.
He never stepped off. Oh my word. Wow, this is controversial there. So Felix breaking second to third. Of course, one of the rules for a pitcher in that situation, they have to step off the pitching rubber. Jackson just makes the throw over, and somehow, some way, the umpire allows him to get away with it. Bit of disappointment, I suppose, is the best way to describe it there from the coaching crew for Central.
I mean, that's huge. Runner at 3, scoring on a pass ball most times. So, yeah. Even though the players are learning, the umpires are learning as well.
Yeah, sure.
As much as I want to say other things about them, they are still learning as well. Especially when it comes to that. I mean, to be honest though, you should know that rule of pick-offs, but that's where it can become a bit murky.
I'm not going to agree with you there, sorry, Tidy. There's nothing murky about that.
No, I'm not talking about that situation.
You don't step off the rubber, come on.
No, I'm not saying that situation in particular. I'm just saying in general, when it comes to forks, that can get a bit murky.
Forks can definitely be tricky. That one...
No, not that one. No, I'm not saying that one.
Not so.
Saying not that situation, but I'm just saying in general, pick-offs or can get a bit murky for umpires.
A lot of tough calls in this sport, and we all have some sympathy for umpires on the tough calls.
But
that particular one there, not so tough.
There's no run scored that last inning from Central, right?
Juntara there, a massive rip at that pitch.
There we go, that's better from Dinesh. Get him ahead.
A bit of Michael Jackson moves there from Juntara. Managed to get out of the way of that one, and we got a full count. Wow. John thinking he's in MLB, calling time there.
Is it fake it till you make it?
Yeah. Some real excitement there from the Howick bench. I think everybody over there very impressed that John managed to make contact, get a foul ball. Another foul ball just going out of play.
Maybe I shouldn't be yawning while watching the game.
All I know is that Brandon looking very intense back there. He knows that he only gets dinner if he wins. Team loses. Meg will tell him, make your own dinner.
Rightfully so. He should be making his own dinner nowadays.
That's actually a good point. Juntaro over there. Oh, that camera might be having a bit of a hard time. Ryan up to bat. Tanesh got to get ahead of him. Good pitch there. Dinesh, that last pitch, 71 mile an hour. Trying to keep you up to date with that sort of stuff, Jimmy. I know that you like to know what these guys are doing. Another strike there from Dinesh. Oh, that's going to hurt for poor Brandon. Yeah, we've got a radar. It's up with the scorer's box. That was another 71 mile an hour fastball. Fouled off straight into the catcher. Meg will still have no sympathy for him if the team loses. Cook your own dinner, Brandon. Team's got to win if he wants dinner cooked for him. Runner goes. Nice little spin move there from Brandon. Tough pitch to try to throw out a runner, but he gave it a go. So if you're just joining the game, I would encourage going back to around about the 1 hour 40 mark. Definitely 1 hour 40 into the game. Oh, ring him up. Great pitch, Dinesh. I've written that little timestamp down because that was the moment that Peter Yee made the full length diving catch coming off the mound after throwing a pitch. I'll definitely be looking to pull that out of the stream and do a little highlights clip for it. Runner goes. Throw going into left field and Juntaro comes in to score. So thanks to Jimmy's little bit of advice, every innings you've got to remember to update the scoreboard with the innings. As you could tell from last week, I couldn't even get the year right, so you're expecting quite a bit from me. One count here to TK.
What did I miss?
You missed Juntaro stealing third, throw down from Brandon, ended up going into left field and Juntaro came around to score, moving the lead up to 14-10. Oh yeah, that camera's really a bit glitchy, I think. We see Ayrton led. Yeah. Ayrton coming out. Talk to us. I did not say something else. Ayrton coming out to talk to his pitcher. Are we getting Wade Senden taking the mount?
I'm assuming it's his left wrist.
It is his left wrist that's sore.
Thank God.
I must admit, I actually forgot that earlier when you were going through that with his wrist he wouldn't be able to pitch, forgetting which hand it was.
Depends how much pain he wants to put himself through.
So I've been having a little bit of a think about how we'd do some coverage of a Renegades game if ever we choose to do some coverage. I think in Div 3 I could potentially be taking the phone with me out on the field to run the commentary on the field. I was also looking at whether or not I could add a GoPro to the setup and do the old chest strap GoPro.
All they'll be hearing in the background is that.
Yeah, that would be the downside to it. Running and breathing are very difficult for me. Certainly like to try a helmet cam for an umpire at some stage. Like I said a few times, one of the things we need to get some of these sorts of things happening, get a bit of a Wi-Fi set up at the ground. If we can do that, it really does open up a lot of possibilities on what we can do with the coverage. At the moment, we can only have the cameras spaced so far apart, hence us having kind of limited views really. Great start from Wade.
That's what you want from your pitcher coming into the game. First pitch thrown, strike.
Just such a utility player. Like, I know that Wade is really looking at working on being an outfielder. Oh, that's been ripped. Oh no.
Keep it in front. And that's where the pitcher should be covering behind third base, just in case of an overthrow like that.
That's one of the things with these utility guys that don't really get to do the PFPs.
Yeah.
Wade will enjoy this challenge, pitching to Regan. Obviously they were teammates. Teammates for many years actually.
Wade, not that the umpires will probably call it, but just needs to be a bit careful. Needs to come set. Just a couple of those pitches, he was a bit quick to his wind-up. Last thing you want is having them walk not caught on you, but then caught on you, like, if you know what I mean?
Oh, absolutely. That'd be pretty wild in the dugout.
It'd be something like that to happen though, right?
Regan really enjoying the middle bat. That's a ground rule double there. That'll bring in 2 more. I noticed just following the Prem scores from last weekend, Regan battling a little with the wooden bat and Prems, ground into a couple of double plays, but down here in 19s, rule change this season, they're allowed to use metal bats, and a couple of these guys really making the most of it. Don't like the sound of that metal bat myself, not a fan. That is up, up, up.
So what? I'm so confused. What just happened? Wait, what?
So Utah has made the play there out in left field, but what they're saying is that after making the catch, he has run over the line. And their initial ruling is that because he has run the ball over what is...
Oh no, they're calling it a home run?
It wasn't out, it was actually a home run.
And they have called it a home run. Caleb Duffy now having to come out and run the bases.
Well, hopefully he has another at-bat for you, Roy, and strikes out looking there.
Yeah, I'm in a bit of trouble with Caleb Duffy right now. Well, just after saying that a few of these boys are enjoying the opportunity to go back to these metal bats, and there we go. Caleb Duffy. Ripping one down the line. Yuto making the catch. No controversy. Controversy really created by umpires' calls. Wade, a little bit of heat on that, a little bit of anger. I'd say that's probably
mentally, you need to just get a grip, really.
He's throwing those balls away, Brandon, looking a bit. Well, Jimmy, I will make sure that next game I try to have the radar gun with me so I can give you a call on a few more pitches. I certainly wouldn't have wanted to have given you a call on the exit velocity on Dufty's hit there. Came off the bat pretty hard.
Get quite tough out there on the baseball field when things aren't going according to plan, but that's when you really need to dial it in and just focus on the next pitch, right, Roy?
Absolutely, always tough, especially when you feel that you've had a few calls go against you. And we saw the way that innings finished where Felix was obviously picked off from what was clearly a balk. And Central team will just feel as though things have kind of
fall into custard.
Things have kind of spiraled out of control a little bit. Trish, you want to give me a comments on live stream update? Jimmy just tells me there's comments. He doesn't tell me if there's anything for me to actually answer. Alex and Marty, two of my favourite baseballers, making some comments. I'm not talking about the lion and zebra out of Madagascar. I'm talking about a couple of young superstars.
What, me?
No, Alex can dominate a game whether as a catcher or a pitcher, big hitter. Marty is one to watch for the future. A competitive little lad, Marty. He'll be one of the superstars of our 10 and under team. Wouldn't surprise me at all if we saw Marty looking to take the diamond for 12 and under. Show up as big brother Alex. Just a reminder, we're still looking out for a few more players for those teams, 10 and under, 12 and under. We have trainings here at War Memorial Park every Tuesday and Friday from 6 till 7. Kids have a bit of fun. Good collection of coaches. We got another hit batter there. Wade just struggling a little bit on the mound. So yes, Samuel Eva, the head coach of the Auckland All-Star team, 12 and under level, was one of our coaches here at Central this season. Felix, currently shortstop in this game. He's head coach for that little 10 and under team. And we'll come home and take the lead runner.
Good stuff.
Just good smart play there from Micah, not panicking. Get the lead runner, get the second out.
Most importantly, you've got an out.
It's been a while. Great start there from Wade. This is one of the things when you're not a full-time pitcher, you just, the consistency of what's needed up on the mound is a difficult thing, and Wade's really struggled with that. Oh, that's a tough pitch.
Central team's in a bit of a hole now, down 7. Assuming there's only, what, a couple innings max? 1 inning maybe?
I think that they may just get right of reply here. If I'm looking at the time, I think we're going to be hitting the no new innings time, so...
Okay.
And there we go, ring him up. Wade gets the job done.
Very important that when you go into bat, you don't let that fielding affect your mentality in the batter's box. Even though it's hard, just gotta let it go.
So, no pressure on you here, Tidier, but I've heard rumour that you're going to lead us in the 7th inning stretch here.
Me?
That's right. So,
How the hell am I going to do that on the sideline?
are you going to rip us into the song?
No.
Come on, mate. Take me out to the ballpark. You can't make these sorts of promises and then just you change your mind when the pressure comes on.
As a friend, Roy, please don't ask. Very quickly turn all our viewers from 6 to 0, okay? Very quickly that'll...
Might be a little bit of a lesson for you.
Come back.
Maybe bring the speaker along next time.
Think of that on the phone.
Just play the song rather than sing the song.
I'm a man of my word though, Roy. If I was to say something, I'd do it, but I definitely wouldn't say it.
I was going to say, away you go then. Yeah. Come on.
I had to add that, no. Good try though, good try. Man loves a try. God loves a try. That's what I was supposed to say, isn't it?
Oh no, here they are. It's Marty and Alex.
For the live stream.
How we going, fellas?
Yeah, how are you going?
I think you've possibly got here just for the last innings. So, what do you want to say?
Let's go Central.
Nice. That's Alex and Marty. You got any words of wisdom?
I hope we hit some home runs.
Yes, that would be awesome, wouldn't it? I've just been talking about how you two are a couple of the stars of junior baseball here at Central.
Yeah.
Did you guys see Coach Felix here at shortstop?
We just arrived.
Oh, okay.
Our dad's just trying to...
Micah ground ball to short, and that's first out. Oh, whoops! I got a little bit sidetracked with Marty and Alex, the two superstars turning up. And Dinesh now up at bat. Pretty sure. I'm pretty sure we're past time limit now, so this, I believe, will be the end of the game. Of course, I don't know the official start time, so I've been wrong before, I'll be wrong again as Dinesh pops that one out. John Tara won't make a mistake on that. So I think we're down to the last out of the game. Sad moment. Oh, Meg, did I have the score wrong? Is that correct? 18? Oh, jeez. It's worse than I thought.
Is this the 9?
No, we run to time limits, Alex, so this game has been going for a long time. It's been a bit of a battle. PDE, ground ball, foul. So Jack's here on the mound. 66 mile an hour he's pitching at.
Yep, been effective though.
He won't beat you with velocity, but he'll throw strikes. Back his defense behind him.
They've been doing a good job behind him as well.
You reckon you could hit this pitching, Marty?
No, but I can hit off Alex.
You can hit off Alex.
I'm gonna try my hardest. He's got a short shoulder. Yeah, I do have a short shoulder.
Oh, Peter fouls it off. So Alex here, he's known all throughout Auckland for throwing a no-hitter in the final of his softball zones, whatever you call it. Oh,
Great block by the umpire.
so am I right with what I saw there, that Shane just jumped out of the way of it and let the umpire take it? Not Shane's finest moment. He's supposed to be there to protect the umpire.
Yeah, come on, Shane.
And Peter to first. TK will make the play. And that is ball game. HP down early, coming back and winning this one 18-10. Bit of a rough one for this Central City team.
Still no wins, eh? After 2 games?
No, they maintain their spot in the top 4, but you're quite right. Yet to get in the wins column.
I mean, they've got the talent in the team, they just need to put it together.
We'll just get rid of that score up there. We don't need to keep seeing that.
All right, thanks for having me on, Roy.
Always a pleasure, Tadia. So next game that'll be live on CCSN will be tomorrow down in Hamilton.
Yeah, I'm not making that trip, sorry.
Big trip down to watch the Prems take on Hamilton Raiders, and we'll certainly be looking for a big victory in that one. Otherwise, you guys have yourselves a good weekend. And we're signing out.